This is not a rumor. This is not speculation. According to Al Jazeera's live reporting, the United States has made a stunning declaration. It will dictate decisions to Venezuela's interim government and take control of the country's oil sales indefinitely. Venezuela's oil, the backbone of its economy and the largest proven reserves in the world, will now be sold under U.S. oversight. The revenue will flow into accounts controlled by Washington, meaning Venezuela itself will not directly access the money earned from its own oil. The U.S. says this move is meant to help both Venezuelans and Americans. But critics argue this is far more than a sanction. This is financial control at a national scale, a superpower tightening its grip on another country's future. This is your presenter, Hania. Please subscribe to our channel to get the latest updates on world events. So how did it come to this? Following the removal of President Nicolas Maduro, the United States moved swiftly to restructure Venezuela's oil sector. As reported by Al Jazeera, Washington announced that Venezuela would hand over tens of millions of barrels of oil to be sold under American supervision. The proceeds from these oil sales are not sent back to Caracas. Instead, they are held in U.S.-controlled accounts, giving Washington the authority to decide how every dollar is used. A critical oil license has been extended only until mid-February. This deadline acts as leverage. The message is clear: comply with U.S. demands or risk losing access to oil exports entirely. In Caracas, the interim leadership publicly rejects the idea that Venezuela is being governed from abroad. Officials insist that no foreign power is running the country. But behind the scenes, the situation is far more complicated. Venezuela's state oil company is now negotiating how to sell its crude under U.S. oversight. According to Al Jazeera, Washington has also issued strict political conditions, including demands to distance Venezuela from allies such as China, Russia, Iran, and Cuba. These demands have triggered international backlash. China has described the move as bullying, while Russia has warned that this sets a dangerous precedent. Venezuela is now walking a tightrope, denying foreign control publicly while facing it privately. While governments debate power and sovereignty, ordinary Venezuelans are already feeling the impact. For years, oil revenues funded most government spending, including food subsidies, healthcare, education, and electricity. With that revenue now frozen or delayed, essential services are under threat. Al Jazeera's reporting from inside Venezuela shows rising prices, shortages of basic goods, and growing public anxiety. Families cannot wait for political negotiations while food becomes unaffordable and power outages grow more frequent. The U.S. says Venezuelan oil money will eventually be used for the benefit of the people, but only at Washington's discretion. For many Venezuelans, that promise feels uncertain and distant. As the February deadline approaches, Venezuela faces a stark choice: accept U.S. terms and surrender effective control over its oil sector, or reject them and plunge deeper into economic crisis. International legal experts cited by Al Jazeera warn that indefinite control over a nation's natural resources raises serious questions about sovereignty and international law. Russia and China are watching closely, alarmed by what this precedent could mean for the future of global politics. And for Venezuelans, the question is painfully simple: will this intervention actually improve life or deepen the crisis? One thing is clear: Venezuela's oil is no longer just an economic asset. It has become the central weapon in a high-stakes geopolitical confrontation. And as the world watches, the outcome remains dangerously uncertain. Thank you. See you in the next video.